After missing his entire rookie year due to injury, J.J. McCarthy is taking over under center for the Vikings. However, he'll be without one of his top targets early in the season, Jordan Addison, suspended for the first 3 games for violating the league's substance abuse policy. Meanwhile, another second-year quarterback, Jaden Daniels, may not have his star receiver on the field. Terry McLaurin requested a trade from the Commanders due to frustration over contract negotiations. Stephen A. Is Jaden Daniels or J.J. McCarthy in a better position to win this season?
Well, for me, I think it's Jaden McDaniels. I think it's J.J. McCarthy that's in a better position to win. Whether or not that's going to reach fruition remains to be seen. The pressure's on Kevin O'Connell. But you got Justin Jefferson. Addison will be back after 3 games, okay? And you got the quote-unquote quarterback whisperer that is Kevin O'Connell as your head coach, all right? Yeah, you're succeeding Sam Darnold, 35 touchdowns, 12 interceptions, 4,300-plus passing yards. But you're J.J. McCarthy. You have the pieces in place. If you can ball, we should see results.
Yeah, I love everything about what Minnesota's doing. I love Kevin O'Connell. Josh McCown will be a head coach soon. Jordan will be back. Justin's the truth. They drafted this kid, Ty Felton, out of Maryland, who's tearing it up in camp, too. JJ's got it all set. I'm worried about Washington. I've said this for weeks. I'm worried about what's happening there.
I have to see it from McCarthy before I believe it. Daniels is excellent. He didn't play a lot of, what do you feel, 74? He didn't do much at Michigan compared to the other quarterbacks who came out. He didn't play, I didn't think he played great in either the Alabama game or the game after that. He was terrible in Maryland his senior year, threw 4 or 5 interceptions. The idea that somehow, somewhere they got the next Fran Tarkenton, and I know he's a great coach. I got to see it, and I know Daniels, I'm with you. You got him too high, but I'm with you about how great he's going to be. So I say Washington's in better shape because of the quarterback.
I just think that, look, you can't really quantify the effect that Terry McLaurin's absence is going to have on this football team the longer this gets protracted. But look, I'll tell you this about J.J. McCarthy. Watch his early preseason tape last year before he got hurt.
He played well, right?
He was lights out. Watch some of his training camp tape right now. He is lighting it up. Minnesota's the truth. They've got a good defense already. I think J.J. is going to hit the ground running.
All right.
Okay. Works for me.
I just want to know what a treat it's been having him in the
I
studio
love him
here, right?
I love the suit.
Yeah,
oh my
the suit.
God, he wears a pink suit. Looks like a.
I'm surprised you didn't save that one for football season.
The what?
Surprised you didn't save the good one for
There
football.
will be an upgrade.
Oh, more?
Upgrade.
You have to remember, it's like not only will I be here, but there will be appearances on Monday Night Football as well.
Oh, really?
So you're going to steal the crown?
Wardrobe.
Little League World Series regional action.
Good. We call it Can't Wait. Bart's got Dolphins and Bears on Sunday. What can't you wait to see?
Oh, that's my wrestling promo right there. That's all I need. I'll tell you what, I can't wait to see who these Miami Dolphins are. They lost a lot. They got questions about their culture. Tyreek Hill, Waddle, Tua, he's been healthy, but it still hasn't benefited. Listen, this was supposed to be boy genius. This was the first, the new Sean McVay when you talk about McDaniels. It hasn't worked out. I want to see, and I can't wait to see if they have a backbone.
Lewis, if we see Caleb, what do you want to see from him in the preseason?
Yeah, it's just going to be about timing and rhythm and accuracy. That's really what, what Ben Johnson is really trying to emphasize, it sounds like to him, is just playing within the structure of the offense, knowing where to go with the football, playing on time. Every play doesn't have to be a dramatic play. It's the same thing for every young quarterback, right? That's what every coach wants him to do. Not create any negative plays of his own doing. Play within the context of the offense. Sometimes you're going to go off script because that's the way football is. But just learn the basics of this offense, and I think he's working hard to do that. I'm hoping he can display some of that.
Mike Sandman, Tyreek Hill's always been this electric player. You put up with a lot, but a lot of different sound coming out of Dolphins camp. He had a comment about how they ran practice, and McDaniel then responded to that. Tua came out. Tyreek Hill, should the Dolphins look to trade him?
No, you're trying to acquire explosive players like Tyreek Hill. Look, we know about their injuries in the secondary. They're going to have to outscore teams much the way we've talked about others. So, to me, like, when Tua is out there with Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle, they're as explosive as anybody. I'm doing the opposite, Peter. I am featuring him because they're going to have to score a lot of points, and they can with a healthy offensive group.
Well, you've been following this whole offseason. It was weird. He said, we shouldn't be giving the ball to Devon Achane. We should be giving it to Jalen Wright. Like, saying things that are really out of his wheelhouse. And yet, do you put up with it? At some point, do you say, hey, dude?
There's always a breaking point, but I'm with Mike. The greater the talent, the greater the tolerance, as the great Andrew Brandt says all the time. And that's what this is. That's what this is about. They understand what he is. He's the most dangerous guy in the NFL in terms of being able to win a game on one single play in the blink of an eye. Him and Saquon, there's no one else who can touch them. So look, is it a distraction? Is it annoying as hell? Yeah, it is. Does it get to a point where, hey, look, they even may say, you know what, enough's enough. Now, I'm not saying Kansas City said that, but Kansas City, look, they were okay without him, all right?
Pay him what?
Exactly. So I think for here, though, in Miami, there's a much bigger picture thing going on with this football team than just Tyreek Hill. There's some other fundamental issues that Mike McDaniel needs to figure out here. And it's not just about getting the ball to Waddle and getting it to Tyreek. It's about doing what he kind of came up in the league being a specialist in, which is carving people up running the football, which this team can do when they commit to it. But no, they get kind of enamored with these perimeter players and want to throw the football all over the place. And the defensive coaches who I've talked to say, hey, look, we're locked in on what they want to do throwing the ball. And if that's what they want to do, things are going to be tough for Miami. So they're going to have to change it. There's a bigger picture problem going on here.
No Armstead. They lost a lot of talent. The window could be closed in Miami.
There's no question. And a lot of premium players coming off of injury.
2 years ago, they put up 70 points on Vance Joseph's defense in the Bronx. 70 points. I feel like that's been 20 years ago. Do you fear the Dolphins if you're a team like the Buffalo Bills in the AFC East?
I don't, because I think they're going to self-implode, right? They have a culture problem. When you start hearing things from us or guys that have exited there saying, hey, guys are getting away with too many things. There's no structure, no discipline. When there's no discipline, I don't care how talented you are, then it's going to the wheels are going to fall off. You need who's the leaders? Who's the leaders there?
Yeah, that's all fair, but the two things they can do is score points. They can rush the passer with Bradley Chubb, Chop Robinson.
But see, that's the thing though, Mike, right? So when you're talking about Chubb and you're talking about Chop, I mean these guys have to, and Jalen Phillips, these guys have to all stay on the field. Chop has to develop into that guy. Chubb and Phillips have to make sure that they stay healthy all season long. There's so many questions surrounding this team.
Really fascinating team. Jets-Packers is on Saturday night.
I can't wait for that one.
Bart, you can't wait, but what can't you wait about this particular matchup?
Listen, they bet on Justin Fields. And listen, I've been at practice, and we talk about how Caleb Williams is going to struggle with learning how to be under center. Well, Justin Fields as well, because they're trying to implement the Lions type of system there as well. I think they need to say, listen, understand what you have and build around it. That's what great coordinators do. I want to see, they should look like the 2019 Baltimore Ravens. It should be those three running backs. It should be Justin Fields throwing the ball 20, 25 times, play with great defense, and run with that three-headed monster and use him like a used rental car. You know how those rental cars are. You smoke cigarettes in it. You got McDonald's packages in the back. You abuse it because you know you ain't bought it.
Ketchup package.
It don't count. You ain't buy it. You rent it.
That's how you want to treat Justin Fields, like a used rental car.
Absolutely. Run, baby, run.
When is your show on in New York every day?
Yeah, about 10 o'clock.
Okay, that's good. Everyone, that's what you're getting. Okay. Mike, what are your thoughts on a used rental car, Justin Fields?
I'm buying Justin Fields. I'm not renting him. He is as like-minded with his head coach as we've seen in a long time coming out of the Jets. I'm not sure how many points this team is going to score, but they are going to be tough. They're going to be well-coached. And I'm just really intrigued by Justin Fields. He's reunited with Garrett Wilson, where they had massive production at Ohio State. And I think the way they're going to play offense is they're not going to turn the ball over. They're not going to have a lot of, like what we've talked about, self-inflicted wounds. So I